And inversions are really important, which is going upside down. It's just that often we need some good supports, blankets, chairs, belts, things to help us if we want to do practice shoulder stand, or we might need a wall if we want to practice forearm balance or headstand or handstands. I mean, I'm not set up with a good wall to play with some of that stuff right now, but one day maybe we'll do some of that. And whatever pose you're in now, just check in with your breath. Just notice how the breath is moving into the nostrils. Did you notice any difference in the practice after starting with that breath practice? Did you find the breath practice we started with, alternative nostril breathing, balancing or calming you down, or any other quality? And just notice how the toes are. Can you soften the pinky toe, the next toe, the middle toe? I guess it would be called the pointer toe, and the big toe. Can you feel each toe softening? And then what about your fingers? Can you feel the pinky finger softening? The ring finger softening? The middle finger softening? The pointer finger softening? And then the thumb softening? And then the throat softens, back of the neck softens and lengthens, base of the head softens, your scalp softens, the forehead widens and softens. Your temples are softening, space between the eyebrows widens and softens. Your eyeballs rest in the eye socket. Cheeks are softening. Your jaw softens. And your chin is softening. slowly begin to reawaken your fingers, your toes. Deepening your breath, bringing a big stretch into your body. And then you can roll to your right side and come up to sitting. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, and you can take that yoga, that breath practice with you. It's a wonderful practice if you're feeling stuffy in your nose and you can't breathe very well. It might be difficult to do, but I often find that it really helps. It helps me open up the breathing in the nostrils if I'm feeling a bit congested. So it's a really good practice. And I don't think that there's too many contraindications for whether it's a morning or evening practice. I think it can go either way. If I'm wrong, I'll come and talk about that later. So thank you for coming. Have a beautiful day. So any practice that we have, Shavasana is always a good idea, even if it's short, even if you can only take a couple of minutes. But it's important to allow whatever movements and experiences you've been having in the practice, letting it saturate your body, just letting the body learn from that experience and absorb the shifts that might have happened. And see if you can allow whatever is touching the floor on your body just sink deeply into gravity, into the floor, into the mat. And since we started a little bit like this, we'll practice this a little bit. Take your right leg, I'm just demonstrating with my arm, and really lift it up off the floor, extend it, tense it up, and then just let it soften, drop into the floor. So just a little smidge off the floor. And then take your left leg and extend through it, find that tension, and then just exhale, let it drop to the floor. And then take the right arm and make a fist and really tense that up. And then let it drop to the floor. Take the left arm, tense through it, make a fist, and then let it drop to the floor. And then see if you can just really bring everything into the center a little bit like we did before, really tense into the core, and then let everything soften out. And then see if you can really tense the shoulders up to your ears and let them drop. And then tense everything in your face towards your nose, and then open it the opposite way, and then release. And then if there's any place else that feels a little bit unsettled, you can just tense in that area and let it go. See if you can notice the breath at your nostrils. And as you inhale, the cool air comes in. And as you exhale, the warm air moves out. And then slowly begin to deepen your breath, finding a bit of movement through your fingers and toes. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch, and then you can slowly roll to your right side. And then in your own time, coming up to sitting. Remember, anywhere you are, you can take a little tense in the body and release it. You can do it subtly. You can just do a fist and then release. So if you're feeling a bit of tension, you can do that anywhere you are. And namaste, and have a great day. So if you're still doing supported bridge or the shoulder stand variation with the block under your sacrum, you can stay there for a few more breaths. If you're in feet up the wall, you want to just let your body settle there. So I'll give you one more minute in here, and then you want to make that transition to whatever Shavasana feels right for you today. It can be feet up the wall. It can be traditional Shavasana. So if you're transitioning into Shavasana, you can make that transition. And as you settle into your choice for this Shavasana, begin to notice the breath near the side hips or in the thigh sockets. Can you feel the breath moving in that area? What about the side waist? Can you feel the breath moving that side waist area? And noticing the rib cage. the breath really moving in that side rib cage area. And what about the armpits? Can you feel the breath moving into the armpits and softening there? Softening your collarbone notches, your throat softens, back of the neck softens, base of the head softens, your scalp is softening. Forehead widens and softens. Your temples soften. Space between the eyebrows widens and softens. Your eyeballs rest into the eye socket. Cheeks are softening, your jaw softens, and your chin is softening, and your tongue is resting into the lower palate. Slowly begin to find a little movement into your fingers, into your toes, perhaps stretching through the whole body so that you can easily roll to your right side. And then you can slowly come up to sitting. Remember that your breath is always with you, and you can tune into it any moment of the day and take a restful breath at any time. Thanks for being here, and namaste.